What is going on, guys? Welcome to the first video on this YouTube channel. Today, we got a pretty special tier list for you guys. I am going to be talking about the best announcer moments in NASCAR history. So this is like mainly calls, besides like one or two moments on here. I have 30 total calls that I'm going to be ranking on this tier list. We're going to talk about how good they are in the moment, how good the call actually is, how energetic, things like that, the impact, how iconic they are, things like that. This is mainly from the 2000s. I got one clip that's in the 90s, late 90s. We're going to have that one dude in the comments be like, yo, how do you not put Lee Petty and Tim Flock in the 1956 Winston 300 on here? That call was absolutely electric. We're not doing any of that. So if you're confused on what I'm saying, I'll start off real quick. We'll start off with Rick Allen's aggressive goes around. This is 2016 Watkins Glen. I don't know what made Rick Allen say this, but this is an A tier. The amount of memes that were put out because of this call in 2016 Instagram and 2016 Facebook groups are similar to the types of run Wilt Chamberlain was putting on the 1960s in the NBA, like 100-point games, averaging 50 points in the season. That is the type of motion that aggressive goes around had from like 2016 to 2018, if we're being so for real. That is an A tier. It is absolutely horrible of a call by Rick Allen. He screwed up big time, but it is honestly so funny, and it is iconic, bro. We got to put it in here. Next, we'll go with Dale Earnhardt's after 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. This is Mike Joy, 1998 Daytona 500. That is the oldest clip that I have on here, but it is probably one of the most iconic. I'll rank them. So like left is the best, right is the lowest. I'll rank it in that order. But this is one of the greatest calls in NASCAR history for sure. One of the best moments in NASCAR history. So I will put that in here. Next is Brad Keselowski won this race. This is an S tier, bro. I don't care what anyone says. Were you guys not 10 years old watching Raw Gator make a Brad Keselowski won this race like Vine meme comp? Were y'all not watching that back then? This was an electric call. I watched this in real timing and didn't even notice that Larry McReynolds said that on live TV. Like, I did not care. But looking back at this clip, this is magical. This is art. This is an S tier. This is so easy S tier. But it is worse than the Dale Earnhardt one I'll throw behind. Next up on the list, we got Harrison Burton turning left on Noah Gragson. I don't know what made Rick Allen say that, but
stuck behind the 9. He's going to have one chance as they come out of turn 4. Harrison Burton turns left.
It's pretty bad. I'm not going to put D tiers. I honestly think there are worse, but that's a C tier. That's a pretty bad one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Next, we have caution comes out and the crowd roars. Honestly, I could have picked a better one, but you know what I'm talking about.
Cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenseth takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
The Logano and Kenseth one. What made this like little sound bit really good was that the crowd was actually like screaming extremely loud. Like you can hear it in the broadcast clear as day. I will throw A for aura because that is like a crazy sequence, but I do think it is worse than aggressive goes around. And the call itself wasn't amazing. Next up, we have Gordon got loose. It's Harvick. This is
a year ago. He's gonna get him though. He's gonna get him. Gordon got loose. It's Harvick.
Mike Joy, 2001 Atlanta. This is an A tier. Honestly, this will go in front of aggressive goes around. This is an iconic moment in NASCAR history. This is 2001 Atlanta. This is Kevin Harvick beating Jeff Gordon to the line. This is Kevin Harvick's first career win. A couple of weeks after Dale Earnhardt died in the same car. Good wrench car. That is A tier. We'll go with that. Next up, we have in a remarkable last lap turn of events. This is Alan Bestwick, 2011 Watkins Glen. The finish between Marcos Ambrose and Brad Keselowski. This is a B tier. This is a great call. Honestly, this is an A tier. This is an amazing call by Alan Bestwick. This is one of the better calls on the list. It's just some of them might beat it because of its iconicness. This was kind of an iconic clip looking back at it, but it's not like a Dale Earnhardt clip. It's a Marcos Ambrose clip, with all due respect. That will go in the A tier. Honestly, it's better than the aggressive goes around, but I don't think it's as good as the Gordon got loose part. Next up, we got in a shower of sparks on his roof. This is Ryan Newman's wreck. 2020 Daytona 500. I will put it B tier. I think this is honestly not that bad of a call, especially if you throw in the moments where Mike Job is commentating the Ryan Newman, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin part of the race. This is the 2020 Daytona 500. That's a B tier. I think it's better than what we have in C tier. This next one's kind of a sleeper. We got Jeff, your baby boy has done it, or whatever Lee Diffie said.
Burton blocks. He gets back up. Comes to the line. Jeff, your little boy has done it. Harrison Burton wins.
This is 2024 Daytona Coke 400, the summer race. This is honestly an S tier. Bro, I got chills listening to Lee Diffie commentate this race. This was chills, bro. Jeff Burton crying in the booth, bro. This is chills. This is an S tier. This is one of the best calls in NASCAR history, bro. Next up, we got Keep Your Foot in It. This is Darrell Walsh.
Against the wall, there's still three. He's got him. He's got him. Oh, there we go.
Keep your foot in it.
Keep your foot in it.
Still
Keep your
going.
foot in it. Ah!
Trip 2009 All-Star Race. This is Jeff Gordon spinning after making contact with Kyle Busch and Ryan Newman. Keep Your Foot in It's kind of iconic. I'll throw it in the A tier. I think it's better. I'll throw like right here, in all honesty. Raw Gator also used to make meme comps of this. Honestly, I'll put it here. I'll throw it above the Keselowski Ambrose call. Next one. This is another S tier, honestly. Move Over, Dale Earnhardt and Richard Petty. There's another 7-time champion. This was Rick Allen 2016 Homestead when Jimmy Johnson won his 7th Cup Series championship. This is the second best one here. Honestly, I think the Dale Earnhardt one might be a tiny bit better, but honestly, it's pretty close. Rick Allen's had some good calls. I will throw it in the S tier. Next, we got O.E. Turndeem.
Right on the bottom of the racetrack. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway.
Ooh, man, that was tight off turn 2. He's got him. I believe he's got him this time. Oh, he turned him.
No.
Oh, he turned him. No.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kyle Busch, Richmond race. This is iconic. I'll throw top of A tier. Honestly, this is S tier. This is like right behind the Jimmy one. This is iconic. This was the name of my NASCAR fantasy league, bro. This one's good. Next, we got John Hunter Nemechek. You're not going to know what I'm talking about. I will play the clip right now.
On the last lap, he's gonna do whatever it takes to ship you out of the way. Just keep that in mind here.
John Hunter Nemechek loses it, and
This is Vince Welch having a stroke. This is D tier. This is peak cinema, but yet also one of the worst things you'll ever hear in your entire life. It was that amazing. I will throw it D tier. I was honestly thinking about having a tier specifically for Vince Welch, but I have a tier specifically for somebody else that we'll get on with later. Next is Pants on the Ground, Pants on the Ground. This is not a call to the end of a race. This is a random speed segment where Rick Allen was rapping Pants on the Ground, which is like a random song from America's Got Talent that blew up. This is the cream of the crop in S tier. I will play the clip. Dude,
Pants on the ground, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Hat turned sideways, gold in your mouth, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
I have quoted this about 200 times in my life, and there are people that still don't know about this clip. This is iconic, bro. This is the undergrounds of NASCAR clips, bro. This is truly iconic. Next, we have Chris Buescher from Prosper, Texas, which, by the way, is a population of 30,000. I don't know why Rick Allen said this. Honestly, I'll put it right above the Noah Gragson Harrison Burton one, but Rick Allen's had some duds. This was a Rick Allen dud, I'm not going to lie. Next, we got William Byron, whose racing career started on a
Byron, career started on a computer.
I will throw top of B because I don't think it's as good as the ones I have in A or S. But this was a cool call for his 2017 Xfinity Series championship. He was kind of an innovator now that we think about it. Hindsight's 2020. A lot of people have earned careers through sim racing. William Byron is an old gen when it comes to that. Next up, we got Vince Welch having a stroke again. I think he said something in the likes of
Racing redemption at his hands. The wheel for Ross Chastain is still and perfect, and
racing redemption in his hands. This is Ross Chastain's 2019 Gateway Truck win. This was absolutely amazing. This is better than the other Vince Welch clip. This is peak Vince Welch. Next is Shades of Marcos Ambrose and Brad Keselowski. I think Lee Diffie said this, 2024 Watkins Glen. This is the battle between Chris Buescher and Shane Van Gisbergen when Chris Buescher passed him entering the S's. This is a top of A. This is honestly an electric call. This is Lee Diffie's second best call of his career, in my opinion.
Is hounding down Shane Van Gisbergen, who happens to be mentored by Marcus Ambrose. Marcus will be back in Australia watching this, and it's shades of Keselowski and Ambrose all over again. Buescher gets on the inside of SVG and says, "You pushed me around earlier. I'm going to give it back."
This is a good one. That's a good one. Next is the slide job. Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, 2018 Chicagoland. I will throw it in the top 3. I will respect it. Honestly, it's a little overrated, but in terms of how iconic it was, in terms of how popular it was, this was literally Dale Jr.'s first NBC broadcast race. He said something that iconic. That kind of shows you how good Dale Jr. is, or how popular Dale Jr. is. I will throw it in the S. Next, that hammering you hear is the sound of the nail in the final coffin of Chase contenders' hopes.
That hammering you hear is the sound of the nail of the final coffin on the Chase contenders' hopes of...
I believe Alan Bestwick said this. This is when Jimmy Johnson was winning like his 4th or 5th consecutive Cup championship at Homestead. This is D tier. Honestly, I will throw bottom of C because I don't think it's as bad as the Vince Welch having a stroke truck clips. But I'll actually rename this. Can't type. There we go. Perfect. Next is Ross Chastain's Take a Look at What He Did. This is the wall ride. This is what Rick Allen said. This is a pretty good one. I won't even lie. This is a good one. I will throw it S tier. I'll throw it above the Harrison Burton one.
Logano are going to fight for a championship in Phoenix. Take a look at what he did.
That is a good call. Everyone on Twitter uses this clip for someone doing something so minor. Like Zane Smith can pass somebody at Las Vegas and they'll be like, take a look at what he did. Honestly, it's kind of overused now. I don't think about it. I'll throw like right here. It's kind of overused. Next, we got They Touch. This is Larry McReynolds' 2003 Darlington.
He's got him this time. It's going to be a drag race. Wow. They touch. Craven got him.
Darlington between Ricky Craven and Kurt Busch, the second closest finish in NASCAR history. This is kind of iconic. I've heard it so many times, but I won't put it in S tier because I don't think it's that iconic. But I will throw it in the A tier. This is a good clip. I will throw like right here. It is a good soundbite. I'm not gonna lie. Next is another one kind of similar. It's They Touch. Mike Joy and Larry McReynolds said it maybe Darrell Waltrip said it at the exact same time. This is the Denny Hamlin Joey Logano Auto Club race where Kyle Busch won.
Watch out for the third place car, Kyle Busch. He's looking.
Hamlin edges ahead. They touch. They touch, and here comes Kyle. Hamlin, Logano in the wall.
It's not an iconic call, but it is an iconic race. I will throw it like mid B tier. They touch. They both screamed at the same time. Next is Blocking. They'll Go Down Low. This is Rick Allen. This is 9/11 for white people. This is Carl Edwards blocking Joey Logano and Homestead in 2016. I will go with a top of B tier because I don't think the call itself was iconic, but the clip was kind of iconic. Next is Smith gets the flag, and this time he'll get to keep it. This is Mike Joy 2011 Darlington when Regan Smith held off Carl Edwards. This is a good soundbite, honestly. I will throw it in mid A tier. This is a good soundbite. This was Tony Stewart won a race in 2008 at Talladega that should have been won by Regan Smith. Tony Stewart went under the line. They didn't. NASCAR is inconsistently consistent when it comes to their calls. So I put this in the A tier. Next up, Tyler Reddick. This is Tyler Reddick just drives by Ryan Blaney.
Moments. You pick this one. Blaney, Reddick, or Hamlin. Reddick is not done with yet. Tyler Reddick just drives all the way around Ryan Blaney. Can you believe what you've just...
This is one of the more popular Lee Diffie calls. This is 2024 Homestead. However, I think this call is low-key kind of overrated. I will go top of C tier. He said Tyler Reddick goes around Ryan Blaney like 8 seconds after Tyler Reddick passed Blaney. Like, they were already on the front stretch, bro. The pass was already made. But yeah, this is S tier or C tier. I think this is the best soundbite in NASCAR Cup Series history. This is using lessons learned from his father. This is Alan Bestwick, 2001 Daytona. Dale Earnhardt Jr. after Dale Earnhardt died in the Daytona 500 that year. This is the most iconic soundbite in NASCAR history, in my opinion.
Junior using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Next, we have We're Going to Homestead. This is not a announcer clip. This is, I think Alan Gustafson said this, who was the crew chief of the 24. This is kind of iconic. It was Jeff Gordon winning his final race in Martinsville in 2015. After the Kenseth Logano saga, he won. I think Alan Gustafson and somebody else, I think Jeff might have said it himself, they were screaming, "We're going to Homestead."
Championship 4. Gordon wins at Martinsville.
Yeah, we're going to Homestead. Yeah, that's how you fight.
This is kind of an iconic sound bit. I will throw top of B. Next one, we got whose roller coaster career is finally reaching its peak. This is Martin Truex Jr.'s 2017 Homestead Championship race, where he won the race in the championship. This is Rick Allen before he entered turn 3, I think.
12 years in the Cup Series, and his roller coaster career is finally reaching the peak, putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season.
Honestly, a very underrated call. I will go top of B. I think it is better than the Jeff call, but it's not as iconic as any of these. And for the last part, we have any Jamie Little call ever.
He takes a look to the outside. Ben Rhodes takes a look to the inside. He hangs on, continues to push. Brett Moffitt.
I will be making a, hold on, bro, the Jamie Little tier right here. If somebody can please show me a race where Jamie Little did not do a horrible finish in the truck booth, I will put her in the Vince Welch having a stroke truck clips tier list, or tier. Until then, she is unironically worse than Vince Welch. And that is saying a lot. So Jamie Little has her own tier. Anyways, that will be the end of the list. I got nothing left for you guys. That was the greatest announcer moments in NASCAR Cup Series, or not NASCAR Cup Series, there's a bunch of different series, in NASCAR history. If you guys want me to make a part 2 or other tier lists, let me know some ideas in the comment section. Give me some of your favorite announcer clips. Put them in the comments, and I'll make a part 2. And I will put them on the tier list. I'll rank them for myself. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.